Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I have 3 DIYs and some fall decorate with me to share with you all. Let's jump right in. This is a lamp I found at the thrift store for $5.99. I thought it was a great deal. It looks to be vintage to me. It looks like it's been DIY'd already with that little sticker on there. So I sanded it down, I spray painted it a base coat, and I just mixed this paint with some water and I just started dabbing it. And then I would dab it with a dry paper towel. And this was the first coat. And then I just kept layering it with different paints, just dabbing it with some wet paint and then dabbing it dry with a dry paper towel. And I just kept going, just putting a lot of layers on. I wanted all this texture and depth. And I thought it was happy at one point, but the color was a little too brown for me. So I ended up lightening it up, but you could still tell that it has all the layers on there. And I was pretty happy with the end result. This project took me a few days because I kept letting it dry completely and then going back and putting more paint on. At this point I thought I was done with it, but it looked a little too brown for me, so I went back and lightened it up. I got this lampshade at the same thrift store as the lamp base for $2.99, and I thought it fit pretty well. I kind of wanted one of those pleated ones, but I found this one and I thought it worked really well. I actually really like the way it turned out, so I might just keep it, unless if I find a pleated one somewhere, then I'll get it. And so here I ended up putting one more layer on because the color still didn't look right, but here I actually loved the way it turned out, so I ended up spraying it with the clear matte sealer, and this project is finally almost done. One thing I actually forgot to record was the rub and buff I put on this part, so I will link it down below for you guys. Here's my next project. I found this vase for $9.99 at a thrift store. Looks like it was $24.99 brand new, but I love the shape of it. And at first I started spray painting it, but then ended up having this other idea to put some wood filler. Sorry, I forgot the name of it. So I just started putting that on, and I was going in one direction the whole time with the wood filler. Once it dried, I sanded it so it's smooth, and then I started painting. I put this as my base coat, and I actually wasn't sure what I was gonna do for the next step. I put this on there thinking maybe I would like just this color, but then I ended up doing something crazy. I made a paint wash with some gel stain, and I started putting it on there, but it wouldn't mix. That's what this cup is. It just wasn't mixing together. And then I had some of that gel stain on my paintbrush, so I dabbed it in some black paint, and it actually made a pretty cool effect, and I ended up loving this. So I just kept going, and that was it. Here I have two Dollar Tree tea light holders, and I've had them for a couple years, but I wanted to do a little DIY on them just to make them look a little different. So I just spray painted them a base coat again. And side note, I'm doing this outside right in front of this huge pumpkin plant that just appeared out of nowhere. I did not plant this thing, but I left it because I thought it was so cool. I had such beautiful pumpkins that it grew. This one just looks perfect, and it's big. I love it. So there's our laundry room's here, and the water goes out from the washer, and so it had so much water. So I think that's why it just became so massive. So here I'm just highlighting the creases in the pumpkin because I want it to look like there's some depth in there. And then I'll be mixing paint with baking soda and dabbing it on with a paper towel. For that little leaf, I wanted to just mix some colors together, so I found these in my stash, and I didn't want to mix them completely together because I wanted them to look like they have different colors, like the real leaves you find outside, where they have like a mixture of red and orange and brown. So that's what I tried to recreate here. And here is everything I pulled out of my garage that is fall colored and what I might use to decorate. I have a mixture of thrifted items, DIY items, brand new items. I really wanted a pumpkin like this for a while, so I bought it at TJ Maxx. And this blanket also, I bought it at TJ Maxx. This I fell in love with it at Hobby Lobby. It was 50% off at the time. I think it ended up being $12.50. This painting also was in the clearance area at Hobby Lobby for $6.24. This duck, I fell in love with it. It's from an antique shop for $20. A little spendy, but it's solid brass. It's heavy and I just loved it. I'm not even sure what's in this box, but I might use some of these items, so I just ended up pulling them out. The stems were all from Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them all either. I'm starting with this basket I found at the thrift store. I believe it was $5.99. And I'm putting this blanket in there. I actually ended up putting another blanket on the bottom just to kind of fill it in more. And I'm gonna place this pumpkin in there with the blanket. I also piled in more pumpkins later on, but I just love this look so much. And I took that vase from Hobby Lobby, put some stems in it. I found this at the thrift store for 99 cents. And the candle, I've had it for a while. And this is how everything turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Follow me for more. I will be posting again, hopefully within the next couple weeks. I hope you guys have a blessed day. I'll see you guys next time.